Morning everyone, and welcome back to Jersey Yogalicious. My name is Kat and I am a Nesta Sports Yoga Certified Instructor. And this summer we're doing an awesome series for you based on the book How to Meditate by Pema Chodron. And this is a practical guide to making friends with your mind. We started session 1 just a few days ago and now we're digging deeper. I'm going to bring you the highlights of the book. Normally at Jersey Yogalicious I would compare the books with other teachings and other books, but this book, I found it really so empowering that I believe we can just use this book for our sessions so that we can learn the art of meditation and why to meditate and how it's going to benefit you. I'm going to give you the highlights each week, and for now we're going to go through the beginning part of the book. The Buddha said, "The only thing I teach is suffering and the cessation of suffering." There's a word in Sanskrit called dukkha, and it has two meanings. Okay, the first meaning is suffering, and the second meaning is also translated into dissatisfaction or never satisfied. Dukkha, although it says it's suffering, is different than like real pain that we feel. Pain is inevitable in our lifetime, as is pleasure. Pain and pleasure alternate back and forth. So when the Buddha says that I teach suffering, he doesn't say that I'm teaching you how to be in pain. He's teaching you dukkha, okay? And suffering and pleasure have to alternate, okay? That's the way the universe works. The Buddha didn't say, I teach only one thing, pain and the cessation of pain. He said that the pain is you, and you have to grow into the fact that the pain is in your life, and there will be pain in your lifetime. Every advanced meditator has different moods that they go through. Even beginners, you will start to notice uncomfortable feelings. The weather clock inside of us is shifting and changing, and our goal is to teach you the tool set of how to weather the storm as you learn to follow a path of meditation, as you reach your way to enlightenment. When we sit down and meditate, we're not reaching an ultimate euphoria. It doesn't happen like that. We go through these different motions, and we have a difficult path when we try to meditate. If meditation was easy and we just sat down and crossed our legs and did our om and our chanting, and then we found instant gratification, it wouldn't have the impact, I believe it wouldn't have the impact that it has when someone actually reaches that stillness, that aha moment, the enlightenment. And personally for me, I have had brief, very brief moments like that of enlightenment. Do I feel I've ever reached true enlightenment? No. I feel I'm too much of a newbie in my practice, and that it takes many, many years to cultivate that. When we say that dukkha is dissatisfaction, or one that's never satisfied, it's just part of the human condition. Pain, pleasure, satisfaction, not being satisfied. These are all things that come up. We acknowledge them, and then they change and they shift into something else. If meditation helps us to open up with ourselves, we can be open to different experiences. For me, I think that's the most important thing, is because the tools that you learn and the things that meditation give you allow you to deal and be open with every situation in your life. And that, to me, is worth the effort to put into the meditation. Whether you put 5 minutes in, a half hour, 3 hours, whatever it is you dedicate, a whole day, whatever it is you want to dedicate, what you get back from it is 10 times more than what you put into it. There are 5 qualities that we nurture when we meditate, and that's what the author of this book talks about. Steadfastness, being loyal to ourselves, number 1, cultivating steadfastness in our life. Allow yourself to experience what's going on now, right now, in the moment. So that will mean shutting off the other things. But the other things don't actually shut off, which you'll learn when you do this. Number 2 is clear seeing. We catch ourselves spinning off in different thoughts or witnessing ourselves closing down to life. So we're either going in 10 different directions, or maybe we're shutting things out in certain areas of our lives. This clear seeing helps us to form a non-judgmental clarity of seeing things, which is very important. Number 3, emotional distress is something that will lead you to cultivation of courage. So if I'm distressed in meditating and I'm feeling not happy about what I'm feeling at the moment, it's courage inside of me that's helping me to press through that and therefore go on to the next thing in my life. Meditation is a transformative process. The more you practice, just like the mat, the more you practice your asanas, the better you become. Same thing with meditation. The more you practice, the more your life will evolve and change internally. And that will go to the external with the people that you deal with on a daily basis. The fourth one is ability to become awake in our lives at each and every moment, just as it is. This is the essence of meditation. When you learn to be just here, just right now. What is it? It's 10 o'clock a.m. Sunday. I'm right here, right now. And that is something you have to learn. And it's, your mind will jump. So the here and now is a process. Number 5, and this is the best part, no big deal. You're going to learn to become flexible to what's going on in the present moment. You're going to have profound insight. You're going to have maybe a grace or a blessing in your life. You're going to have more courage. You're going to be able to say then, whatever comes up, no big deal. The author gives a story about someone on their deathbed, and the nurse is coming in the room, and she's giving this patient a hard time. This patient is getting grief from this nurse, and the nurse is acting like a jerk. And the person on her deathbed, she just starts laughing. She's just like, this lady is too funny. And then she says to herself, the nurse is just really pissing her off, and she just says to herself, no big deal. She's going on with her life even though she's on her deathbed, because she realizes what comes up will pass. It's no big deal. Otherwise, if you don't learn to live with a little bit of courage to say, this is no big deal, then you will, sorry, my cat's knocking things over, Darcy. If you don't learn to live with the courage, it will lead to arrogance and pride. And I've seen that in people. People that shut down, people that don't want to put the effort in, people that do this meditation or exercise, they're unhappy people. Any way you slice it or dice it. So I want everyone to be happy. I want you to learn to meditate. Even if you only use certain things that you get from these lessons, it's worth the 5 minutes to listen in each session with us and see what you can get out of it. I do thank you for joining us. Please bookmark us at jerseyyogalicious.wordpress.com. And I'd like to wish everybody a safe holiday July 4th weekend coming up. And just take care. Enjoy. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Namaste.